Welcome, my name is Ernesto Suárez and this is the final exam of the Design Trend subject. During the course, an investigation of trend of product packaging design or PPD will be discussed. And finally, a product proposal will be presented following the main characteristics of the trend. The context goes back to the beginning of human history. In the prehistoric era, the nomads needed stone tools and animal skin to preserve their food. The need for transportation is the most important piece in this trend. With the passage of history, the evolution in the discovery of materials expands the opportunities in the transportation market. After prehistoric times, around 2000 years ago in China, paper was invented by extracting cellulose from the bark of the mulberry tree. Thanks to this discovery, China began to compress paper to discover cardboard that helped to transport food to its delicacy compared to wood. Later, 1000 years ago, in Syria, the blown glass technique was discovered and the glass bottles were created. And in 1946, the first plastic bottle carrying Stapet deodorant was created. If we try to find a pattern, we can see that the need for transportation has been always in history. Therefore, the trend towards product packaging design is difficult to disappear. However, all this has been possible to the continuous innovation in substrates. In this decade, it has been discovered that with the correct technology, plastic can be easily molded with a 3D printer, which, as if that were not enough, has a variety of different filaments to better adapt to the printed product. Today, the transportation of the product is not only a necessity, but an experience that has become a trend. The packaging of today's products is increasingly detailed. For example, there is the Dragon Ball Z by Adidas sneaker collection, where each shoe was inspired by a character from the 1989 television series. Despite the fact that the product was already enough, when you put the complete collection together, you can see an illustration of Shenlong next to the characters. Although, before it would be only enough with the box, today is even a sales strategy. The experience promotes sharing it to social media, where the brand obtains an alternative promotion to buying the product or appearing in a commercial advertisement. According to Gordon Robertson, in his book Food Packaging and Principles Practice, he highlights the main characteristics that the packaging of a product must have. The first one is protection, to prevent the product from leaking or breaking and protect it against possible contaminations. Communication, to communicate important information about the contained food product and its nutritional content and to provide cooking instructions. Convenience, to provide convenience such as allowing consumers to reheat the contained food in a microwave. Containment, to provide containment for ease of transportation and handling. But in which parts of the industry can we find the PPD trend? According to a market study made by Allied Market Research, they made a graph showing how the food segment holds the largest share owing to frequent introduction of outer packaging of food products that are sold in the market. However, we can see how other industries, the beverage, healthcare, cosmetics are also at the top. Although they are not the only ones, they are the most representative. Right now, the trends continue to evolve. Industries are beginning to realize the demand of products are generating thanks to the product packaging design. The high demand of consumers for the purchase of products with PPD is obvious today. The trend followers have accepted the idea that the trendsetters, brands, designers, and clients have begun to spread. For the same reason, this is a very volatile stage with respect to the different results that are taking place in the market. That does not mean that the lineage of the trend is in danger of losing its course, since there are several factors in favor of the trend, as previously highlighted only in the economy. The presence of conservatives is inevitable, and they are usually found in older adult market, since they are people who are used to the old presentation of products. or they are people who cling to confidence they already have with a brand that does not apply the PPD and they consider the best option without a place for another. In this case, those types of loyal customers are bucking the trend. In the Polish social group of celebrities, PPD is very popular, since like influencers brands pays a large amounts of money to promote their products with them. It's an opportunity for brands to expand their markets in social networks to more specific markets. For example, we can see the renowned comedic actress Kristen Bell endorse the Happy Dance brand, where skin products with CBD induced are sold. The identity and the name go hand in hand with the intention of showing the skincare in a fun way, providing a color palette very different from the one that we usually see in skincare industry, with more sober palettes than usually used with nude colors to provide a feeling of elegance and luxury. Therefore, the use of PPD in this brand and its products promoted by the actress is confirmed. The design process was made on the design sprint methodology, which is a way of designing created by Google team to speed up the ideation process until its prototyping. It was decided to make a product of the food industry, since it's the industry with the most heyday in the trend, specifically talking about crackers with low fat and good for health ingredients. This was contemplated in this way because the product itself promotes different versions than the original one, and implements more market opportunity since there are tastes for all audiences. In addition, it is considered that the product uses few resources for its packaging and would reduce the cost of the final product. Innovation is also taken into account, so it has a unique and different design for each flavor of cookies. Recycled cardboard is considered to be a single ink per package. This means that the cardboard color will be the base, however, each flavor has its own different ink to represent the design. Hyperlink tools will be used, such as QR code, which secondarily also provides designs since we're talking about a product that we only have two colors, such as the QR code in a monochromatic way. In the first part of the sketching process, the first ideas were captured. The show's results, a game with the figure of the cookie and the box, however, was a counterproductive because more forms were not explored besides this one. Therefore, a second round of sketches was made to explore the possible shape of the box. In the end, the cube shape was selected because in addition of being less expensive to make, this structure is much stronger than what I had in mind. In addition, some elements that I drew became unnecessary and were simply separated without any extra function. The strong structure of the box allows the addition of a circular window on the front face of the box so that the consumer could see the contents of the product. Having decided the shape of the box, it was time to sketch what the design of the box might look like. It was taken into account that there were only to be two colors for saving ink, the recycled cardboard and the ink added according to the flavor of the crackers. There was an idea of creating a design that no matter the orientation, something could be read. However, the content would have some kind of complexity of readability, and that could risk the sale of the product on that. If you want to have an opportunity with a large market, you need to transmit the design by something that everybody knows. So we bet for the words. This selection does not isolate the opportunity to add some illustration. Therefore, it was chosen to leave the top surface of the box with illustrative images of the flavor. The next stage, it was last of the prototype design process. Although it was not the last stage of the design sprint methodology, it is where the project stops, since by instruction of this evaluation, the validate stage is not required. So with the preparation of a mock-up, the final version of Crunch Punch crackers is presented.